They say it's just sugar, carbonated water, and a secret blend of natural flavors. But let's be honest, Coca-Cola isn't just a drink. It's a global empire, a cultural obsession, and perhaps one of the most tightly guarded secrets in modern history. The recipe, known as Merchandise 7X, is locked in a vault in Atlanta. They claim only 2 executives in the world know the full formula at any given time. Not written down, not emailed, not texted. Because knowledge that powerful, if leaked, could bring the empire crashing down. But here's the part nobody talks about. Over the years, people have tried to uncover the recipe. Journalists, chemists, even rival companies. And just like UFO whistleblowers, they end up silenced, not killed, not vanished. No, Coca-Cola has its own cleaner way. Lawsuits that crush lives, careers destroyed, investigators suddenly dropping stories without explanation. Some conspiracists claim Coca-Cola's original recipe contained cocaine extracts. That's no longer a secret. But what if there are still hidden ingredients today? Something not listed, something designed not just to hook you, but to control you. Why do you think a simple soda can cause addiction-like cravings worldwide? Why do entire nations lobby against sugar taxes? Yet Coca-Cola always comes out untouched. Everywhere Coke goes, power follows. It's in war zones, it's in political rallies, it's even in the Vatican. Think about that, a drink, more widespread than the Bible. So here's the question nobody dares to ask. What if Coca-Cola isn't just a brand? What if it's a mechanism, an operation, that's been influencing humanity for over a century? And if that's true, who's really behind it? So let's ask the forbidden question. Why is Coca-Cola's recipe still a secret in 2025, when almost every other food product in history has been dissected, reverse-engineered, and laid bare under the microscope of modern science? Why do they still cling to this aura of mystery, like a religious relic locked away in some temple vault? The company claims it's about tradition, about brand mystique. But if you've been paying attention, you know that when corporations guard something this fiercely, it's not just about marketing, it's about control. Coca-Cola doesn't just own a recipe, they own an idea. They own one of the most consumed, most addictive beverages in human history. Billions of people drink it, crave it, depend on it, and yet we have no right to know exactly what's in it. That's not just business, that's power. Now, let's dive into the rabbit hole. Some researchers and food historians believe Coca-Cola's secret ingredient, known cryptically as Merchandise 7X, isn't just a blend of oils, extracts, and spices. The real speculation is far darker. Whispers of early recipes hinting at coca leaf extracts, yes, the same plant that produces cocaine, linger in old documents. The company swears they removed it more than a century ago. But here's the thing. They still import coca leaves legally under a special exemption from the US government. Why? Officially, it's decocanized, but skeptics aren't buying it. Think about that. In a world where entire nations wage wars on drugs, Coca-Cola still has its own private legal pipeline to one of the most controversial plants on Earth. If that doesn't set off alarm bells, what will? And then there's the psychological angle. Coca-Cola is one of the first truly engineered addictive beverages. The balance of sugar, caffeine, and flavor compounds isn't accidental. It's a formula designed to hook the brain, flood it with dopamine, and lock people into a cycle of craving. You don't just drink Coke, Coke drinks you. Here's where it gets chilling. Every time someone has gotten a little too close to exposing more about the recipe, old employees, whistleblowers, or investigative journalists, the trail goes cold. People lose jobs, court cases vanish, stories fade away like they were never written. Almost as if someone or something steps in to erase them from the record. Doesn't that sound familiar? Men in black show up at UFO crash sites to silence witnesses. But here, it's lawyers in suits, PR agents, and private security teams. The same pattern, just a different battlefield. Information buried, truth sealed, secrets guarded with iron chains. So the question becomes, is Coca-Cola's recipe just a quirky brand gimmick? Or is it one of the longest-running cover-ups in consumer history? What if the world's most iconic soft drink is less about refreshment and more about control, chemical, psychological, and cultural? Drink up. Because with every sip, you might not just be tasting happiness, you might be swallowing history's most successful mystery. And here's the part they don't want you to know. Every attempt to replicate Coca-Cola's formula has failed. Not because it's impossible, but because the real recipe may not even be what we think it is. Whispers claim there's a second, hidden ingredient, one that never appears on any legal document, one that's guarded with the kind of secrecy usually reserved for nuclear codes. Some say it's addictive by design. Others believe it's not even from this world. So the question isn't, what's in Coca-Cola? The real question is, why are they so desperate to keep us from finding out?